Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the importance of tibial internal rotation. So when it comes to tibial internal rotation, what we're focusing on or what we're thinking about is how much our tibias or our shin bones can internally rotate. So our tibias are this bone right here, also known as our shin, and it should be able to externally rotate and internally rotate. Now most people, when they do this, they can externally rotate pretty well. But when I have them internally rotate, it's a little bit harder. So like for me, it's pretty hard. But external rotation, that seems pretty easy. Now to do this test, it's best if you have a yoga block between your knees, and without moving your femurs or your thighs, you are going to keep your feet on the ground. You're going to slide your feet out to try and externally rotate, and then you're going to slide your feet in to try to internally rotate. Now you don't want to lift up your big toe or lift up your pinky toes. You want to keep your feet flat as you try to internally rotate, and then feet flat as you externally rotate. Now again, you need both tibial internal and external rotation. Tibial internal rotation is coupled with pronation of your feet. Pronation of your feet is when your arches like collapse or when your midfoot absorbs load. So you need tibial internal rotation because it allows pronation or foot eversion. You also need tibial external rotation because it allows foot inversion or supination of the foot. So I'll kind of like write those out below in the description, but either way, it's important that you have both ranges of motion. It's kind of like my arm. We want to be able to flex our arm and extend. We want to be able to internally rotate and externally rotate our shoulder. Now, if we have asymmetrical mobility in our tibias, that can be a problem because humans were designed to move in its full range of motion. So, tibial internal rotation is very important. So you can also make this as an exercise. So what you're going to do is keeping your feet flat on the floor and a yoga block between your knees, you're simply going to rotate your tibias inward, keeping your feet flat on the ground. And then you're going to come back to neutral. Now rotate in and then open up. So what you might feel when you do this is you might feel a little bit of your inner thighs working, and that's totally fine. Your inner thighs will help activate to help allow the internal rotation of your tibias. Now, I notice a lot of times people actually have very limited tibial internal rotation. And when that happens, again, we tend to be toe out people when we squat, toe out, hip out when we stand and walk. And that can create a lot of tension in our glutes and tightness in our pelvic floor. So working on tibial internal rotation not only helps lengthen the glutes and lengthen the pelvic floor, but could also help with lower back pain, decrease compression and loading in our SI joints, and also help open up our knees if we're having a lot of knee stiffness. So there are many benefits to working on tibial internal rotation. So I hope this video was helpful. Now give this a try and start working on your tibial internal rotation.